Here we are at the station in Munich. And there's our train coming in to take us to Prague. There we are, platform 25. As you can see, it's a more modern rail or terminal. It's not like the ones in like Paris or all the ones in London. Not as fancy. Definitely gets the job done though. And there's the gang over there. And there's the hotel. Right there. The pink building.
On today's episode, Nelson and I, along with our friends Kyla and Derek, will be taking a 5.5-hour train ride to Prague, Czech Republic. Because our train ride was so long, or at least in our eyes it was quite long, we opted to go for one of these private cabins, if you will, and what a great way to travel. We had a blast. Not only did we get awesome sights to see as we were coming through different parts of Germany and heading into Czech Republic, but it also was nice and quiet and we could have our own conversation, luggage stowed away. Just a really great way to go, and I would highly recommend this particular cabin-like train section to anyone who's traveling. After checking into our hotel rooms, we decided to go out and take a wander through the streets of Prague, which happens to be the capital of Czech Republic. As you might notice, there's quite a few holiday decor still up and around the city of Prague, and in the future you're going to see this in churches and cathedrals. As we arrived into town on the 14th day of January, it was just a few days after the Epiphany, also known as the 12th day of Christmas. So they were still in the full celebration mood, and I loved it because I'm a total holiday junkie. So I loved seeing the decorations, and you're going to see a lot of this, as I mentioned earlier, in the churches and cathedrals that we'll show you in the future. Since we arrived kind of mid to late afternoon, all we wanted to do is just get out there and walk around and check everything out while there was still some daylight. Prague is a political, cultural, and economic hub of Central Europe, with a rich history and Romanesque, Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque architectures. It was the capital of the Kingdom of Bohemia and residence of several Holy Roman emperors, most notably Charles IV. And did you know that Prague is arguably the beer capital of the world?
Here we are at King Wenceslas Square. There's the National Museum in the background. It's the Natural History Museum. That's the original Natural History Museum. That's the new one.
So many amazing buildings and structures to see, and then you come across a statue of King Wenceslas riding an upside down dead horse. Apparently, the sculpture is a mocking reference to the more famous equestrian statue of King and later Saint Wenceslas that sits in Wenceslas Square, and possibly a mocking nod to Czech President Václav Klaus, although the artist will not say what his intentions were.
Oh no! The rooftop is closed. There's the funky elevator thing is all boarded up.
Really cool elevator.
Ah.
cool things to see and do in downtown Prague, and then we were treated to a song. Okay, well, moving right along, we decided to go back into town as the sun was starting to set and just wander around a bit. In part 3, we will talk more about this clock, so we're going to come back to it the next day and watch it do its thing. The Church of Mother of God before Tyne is a Gothic church and dominant feature of Old Town Prague. It has been the main church in this part of the city since the 14th century. It opened in 1380. Right next door to commemorative plaque for classical musician Chopin, we went for dinner, and this dinner was fantastic. A great big thank you to Tom over at Tom's Lobster Shack in Halifax, Nova Scotia for recommending this place to us because he knew we were going. Fantastic food, fantastic atmosphere, and like literally steps away from our hotel. With our full bellies, we decided to burn some of those calories and start walking. Gallery of steel figures.
There's a motorcycle.
Oh, that's cool.
The Stargate thing? That's pretty cool. The Spider-Man stuff? That's kind of cool.
Here we have the Powder Tower, also known as the Powder Gate, which is a Gothic tower in Prague. It is one of the original city gates. It separates the old town from the new town. This completes part 2 of our Europe trip from January 2023. On our next episode, we take you to see stunning city views atop many, many, many stairs. Witness a changing of the guards. Beautiful churches and cathedrals. We also check out a very popular dessert called a chimney cake. Thank you for watching part 2 of our European trip.